Hi, greetings, fellow Ambazonians, fellow Ambalanders, greetings. Today I'll speak in English, purely in English. Greetings to everyone watching. Keep sharing the video. We've just started. It's now I'm coming on live. Keep sharing the video. And we have to invite everyone to watch this particular edition of this particular program. It will be very hard. As I've said, my kitchen is very, very hot. And so I apologize for anything I would say on this video that would hurt your feelings, but what I will say would be nothing else than the bitter truth. This is the first time I'm coming on the video, and I'm well prepared, and I have talking points. I'm not coming here to jitter. I'm coming here to talk what I know. I have my talking points well scripted, and I believe we are going to watch. Keep sharing, keep sharing. If I have the anthem of the Ambazonia, I will play the anthem. If I have the anthem, I will play it. Keep sharing, guys, and share in all the WhatsApp forums. As some other colleagues would say, keep sharing and share and share. Share this video widely, because what I will say would either help the struggle or stand against those who want to criticize or kill the struggle. I will call names on this edition of the program. I would be as frank as possible, because I believe it is by holding those scammers, those criminals to order that we can restore order in this revolution. I believe it is by calling those names of babies that will be able to save this revolution. Share this video till the last man standing. And I thank you all for watching. We are just starting this edition of this program. Not up to 1 minute ago, we've just started. So share and share while I look for the Ambazonian national anthem to play it. Believe me or not, this edition would be the hottest. I'm not here to entertain people. I'm here to tell you exactly what I know as a winning strategy, what we know as a winning strategy, and what I have worked on as the consultative leader to restore sanctity in this revolution. We are not here to entertain novices who think to come on air every day would be some kind of a winning strategy. I come up once and I have to speak the truth for eternity. Share this video, share this video. I'm looking for the Ambazonia national anthem. I will not continue this edition if I don't play that anthem. Ambazonia national anthem. Ambazonia anthem, YouTube. Yes, I also invite every Ambazonian, please do contact me after this. I need an Ambazonian flag. If you can send me an Ambazonia flag to my address in San Jose, California, I would be very, very pleased. Please send me an Ambazonia national flag. I need to flash that at the back of my screen. Ambazonia national flag. Let's pay some tribute to our nation.
We Ambazonian nation loyalty, presence of our Savior who trusted us for freedom, and led us to the hero who all the long together. Glory to glory, we rise and never to fall.
Glory in a nation flowing with milk and honey. Glory, glory. Glory to the Father for making you a nation and joy forevermore. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, milk in harmony, harmony, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God being the watchman of this nation. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, built in harmony, harmony, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God being the watchman of this nation. Great. Let me start this program by addressing a key concern that came to me a few hours ago. When I announced yesterday that I was to come on live at 8 p.m. Ambazonia time, my time in San Jose, California, where I'm currently based, and where I shall be based for the rest of my life and where I'm working. My time, as I advised and I announced, and I did a flyer announcing that I'm coming on live at 8 p.m. Baby journalist went on, you know the baby journalist, Eric. He went on to announce his own appearance at this same time of the revolution. He is a member of a so-called Southern Cameroon's activist front, built on good faith by Mark Beretta. And of course, I am not part of that front because I believe in the liberation of our homeland through free speech without any kind of a census on what we say and what we do. Good luck to them. Several hours later, baby journalist still goes on with his own live show at this particular critical juncture of the struggle where we need coordination and harmony. I rarely come on live, but the moment I announce, I see babies crying and panicking because what I will say on this edition of the program will not be pleasing to any of his surrogates or him in particular. It will not be pleasing to anyone whom I have to address. The edition is very pregnant. Baby journalist went on to put his own show at this time. The so-called Southern Cameroon's activist front has not condemned that action. When it is Tapang Ivo, it is done that way. When it's other activists, so be it. Now let me tell you this. 2 hours ago, baby journalist wrote to me on WhatsApp. I have his message here on WhatsApp, trying to blackmail me on WhatsApp. Baby journalist, I would, of course, tell you exactly what he wrote to me on WhatsApp, calling me a demon, calling me a scammer, and he has gone on to share my private conversation I had with him about a month ago. Baby journalist goes on to share my private conversation, which I did not authorize it to be recorded. He shared that conversation with me, threatening and trying to blackmail me that he would share it to the public. Let me advise you, Ambazonians, the very moment baby journalist dares it to share my conversation to you, Ambazonians, believe me, he will be jailed in the United States. I am as blunt as possible. My name is Tapang Ivo. If he dares it, and I have never authorized my private conversations with anyone to be shared in public, dare it. You are in Maryland, and I believe you know the US laws. It is a criminal offense for you to share someone's private conversation without any party authorizing it or all parties authorizing it. Tell baby journalist Eric that I am the one Tapang Ivo saying it on this platform, and I believe he should be watching. I have given him that particular authority, and I've told him that if he dares it, you will face me in the US court of law. People have been trampling on me for a long time. Several people have taken me for a ride, but believe me, the Ivo of 2019 is not the Ivo of 2016, 2017, and 2018. Dare me at your own maximum risk. I'm telling you, baby journalists. My Ambazonians, let me start by thanking you all, and let me give a moment of silence for our people who've lost their lives while fighting for our nation. Let us stay for a moment of silence. 30 seconds. May the souls of the faithful departed, through the mercy of God, rest in perfect peace. And may the souls of the Ambazonians who have lost their lives fighting for human rights, democracy, the rule of law, and good governance rest in perfect peace. Amen. Now, let me start this edition of the program by addressing one key concern. I have my list well prepared. This is the first time in my life I'm coming on a video well prepared. First, I'm talking about the local government county by county, my trip to Boya. The local government county by county, my trip to Boya has come as a slap in the face of Ambazonians. Of course, we are not here to settle marital disputes or infidelities and land disputes among Ambazonians. We are not here to govern what we cannot govern at this moment. We are here to make the land completely ungovernable. Whosoever came out with that strategy, so-called county by county or local government area, has rendered at least 100 of our boys dead in 1 week. 100 dead in 1 week. 100, I'm not talking about 10. 100 dead in 1 week. In a so-called local government by local government or county by county nonsense. Look, Ambazonians, I'll be as frank as possible to you. Let us compare two scenarios here. In the days of the consortium, there was never any rift between Mark Barretta or Tapang Ivo or which other leader we had. We protected Tassan. We guarded Tassan. I still have the raw videos where John Ba Akuro, I guess he is watching me right now, sends raw videos from me to eclipse some parts and send out to the public what is very important. We guarded Tassan Wilfred, who is currently in jail. We lied to the public, or Tapang Ivo and Mark lied to the public that he was being held in a Western embassy just to protect that particular leader. We did everything possible. I was a federalist. I did everything possible within my realms to hold this revolution to a standstill, to hold this revolution to a point where La Republique cannot infiltrate. Mark Barretta and Tapang Ivo were considered as Tom and Jerry's. There was no kind of major destruction among us. In fact, the victories we achieved in the days of the consortium, comparing those victories to our present day, it is a yawning gap. It is abominable that one person, baby journalist, his arrival in this struggle for the past 8 months have caused calamitous damages, gargantuan damages, atrocious activities in this struggle that we are not opening our eyes to. I'm talking straight up to baby journalists. What he has caused as distraction and destruction in this struggle cannot be repaired. It cannot be repaired. Blackmail Mark Barretta, but don't try to blackmail me. If you dare eat baby journalists, you will be in jail. I tell you this, and I swear by my blood. I swear by my father who died. If you dare it, you will be in jail. I'm telling you the very next moment. People have lost their lives because of what you claim to be county by county, or with some local government by local government, or whatever you call with Sako and IG and the rest. Let me tell you guys this. We are not here to govern. We are here to liberate. I give you the chance to govern after we must have liberated, because I will have more tasks to teach other African countries what it means to liberate with arms and not with some local government testing hypothetical experiments of governments and local council or counties or whatever. That will not work under my regime. And that will not work under the ADF, the AGC, and any group that stands for self-defense. I'll be very clear here, and I'll be very, as much as possible, succinct as possible. Let those who master self-defense take the lead. Dr. Akwanga, Ayabacho Lucas, Sheikh Kavi Womilin, Benedict Kwa, let them take the lead. If you want to add Soft Frontier and the rest, those are people who had vision, who had the mission, because if you don't have a mission, you will never have a vision. If you don't have a vision, you will never have a mission. Soft Frontier and the rest saw this coming a long time ago, but they thought they could seek solace in the IG. They left the IG and it became something else because they did not achieve what they had to achieve as self-defense. Rampant embezzlement, massive corruption, and the rest. We shall not accept that in the 21st century. I'll be as very succinct as possible, and I will insist here for every Ambazonian to understand exactly where this struggle is heading to. If we must succeed in this struggle, we have to give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Let those who stand for self-defense lead in this revolution. Let those who stand for self-defense man the self-defense block. I will take upon the challenge and I will take upon the responsibility to unite Akwanga Ebenezer and Ayabacho Lucas. These two people have been heavily destroyed and have been heavily separated by the activities of baby journalists in particular. We shall not accept activists to come on live every day, criticize and criticize, but never have any streak of success to show to the public that this is what we call a revolution. And I will insist, and I will be very, very frank as possible. The atrocities, once more, committed by baby journalists for the past 8 months, open your eyes and judge for yourselves. Just open your eyes for 1 second and judge this for yourself. This guy is an enemy and a revolutionary criminal sent by La République to kill the struggle. He deliberately knows exactly what he is doing. He knows that he's destroying the struggle, and he continues to do that. We shall not accept it, and I will not accept it. And if you mean for me to come everyday life to come and talk about this, I will do it. Now, compare the deaths between local government or county by county and the period before the county by county issue. Compare those two scenarios. They are completely different. Compare the two scenarios and tell me for yourself how many people are dying on a regular basis or on a monthly basis. Compare that scenario to when we were the consortium leaders and how we managed events and we still held down the country tongue tight. It is abominable. Compare the scenarios of the boys who were killed a couple of days ago just because General Ivo has left the earth for eternity. Compare that scenario to right now, where you think you want to govern what you cannot govern. My fellow Ambazonians, let me be very frank here. If we don't bring Ayaba Cho Lucas, if we don't bring Ebenezer Akwanga, if we don't bring Benedict Kwa, if we don't bring Sheikh Kavi Wo Milin, if we don't bring Saul Foncha, if we don't bring these leaders who know and master the routes of self-defense and how we can buy the weapons, believe me, it is as good as saying, let us leave this fight today, go back and fight another day. We are not prepared. If anyone thinks that he can stop us from raising funds to buy guns, I'm insisting, buy guns and bullets to fight the regime that has come to terrorize us, you are wasting your time. And I will insist here, and I will be very clear as possible. My trip to Boya has been heavily swindled by baby journalists Sako and Chris Ano. My trip to Boya has been heavily swindled by these three people. I was in Maryland a couple of days ago, and I was briefed about what happened to my trip to Boya. More than half of the money has gone in the pockets of scammers in Dubai, because they thought money could be used to buy guns and ship into Ambazonia. How do you think you can ship guns into Ambazonia? How do you think you can hold our guns and ship into Ambazonia? Do you think a revolution about buying guns is like going to buy groundnuts in the market and sell? Where in the world have you seen baby journalists with an empty head? Lack of education is a crime. Where in the world have you read that buying guns and telling civilians to go and buy guns and share has given a revolution victory? Where in the world? Do you want to expose the civilians for more deaths? Because indirectly you're telling civilians to be holding guns and walking on the street and say, hey, take me one. Oh, take them. Now on this, take them. Do you want to expose us to more deaths? Really? Really? I don't know if I'm the only one saying this thing. Baby journalist is a problem. That guy is very, very vicious. I'm saying this from my own blood. He is very, very vicious. And I will say this. We are not experimenting a war. If you want to experiment a war, go somewhere else to South Sudan where they had one. We are running a war with people who know this particular art of warfare. We are running a war with Ayaba Cho Lucas, Ebenezer Akwanga, and all these people who have been in this struggle since, and I will insist, since 1998. What the Francophones are doing right now of taking over the embassies, Ayaba Cho Lucas single-handedly took over the German embassy in 1998, and he held it for more than one day. Ayaba Cho Lucas, for your record, go and check it out. That is a Cameroonian who took over an embassy for more than one day, German embassy in Berlin. If we are here to experiment a war, we shall never succeed. And let me advise you, fellow Ambazonians. I hope my video is clear because I see as if my lines are breaking. Let me advise you, fellow Ambazonians. My trip to Boya has been heavily swindled. I'm sorry to announce this to you, but more than half of my trip to Boya went into the pocket of scammers, into the pocket of scammers who live in Dubai. John Egiawan, or whatever he calls himself as a pastor in Europe, took your money that you raised as my trip to Boya and swindled it. Eric Eric, the baby journalist, took at least $22,000 from my trip to Boya. I have the facts and I will prove the facts here. I was in Maryland and I have all the facts. Took at least $22,000. That so-called Eric. He took at least $22,000. $22,000. Baby journalist. That is what he took as the money raised from my trip to Boya. Ask him if he has bought just one AK-47. Ask John Egewan and the rest if they have bought even just half AK-47. Ask them what happened to $2 million. $2 million that you are asking for another sum of money to be raised and given to you. If you cannot manage $2 million, do you think you would manage even 50,000? Let us try it. They could not manage $2 million. Right now, they also raised $550,000 in Washington, and they could still not manage it. Do you think I have to trust these devils, these scammers with my money? Fellow Ambazonians, open your eyes. It is time to ask the right questions to the right people. Open your eyes. We shall not cover up scammers. We shall not cover up thieves. Baby journalist is a thief. We shall not cover up those people, and we shall not keep cheering them. If you want me to fight you every day, I will come on live and fight you. I'm not afraid of anybody. You already know that. I'm not afraid of anyone. I know one can do me anything in the US. No one. No one. This is public speech, and this is political speech. And I will tell you this any day, anytime. Baby journalist took $22,500. Ask him what he has done with $22,500 from my trip to Boya, that he could supply arms. It's Manfe right now as we speak. Does it even have one Ambazonia soldier? The only general we have in Manfe is General Raphael. Raphael is from Northwest. Raphael from Manfe is from Northwest. And yet he's the only general we have holding Manfe. And you see somebody who comes on air every day to talk nonsense without any knowledge in the head, just only having a bachelor's degree where he barely graduated. When people are talking here with 3 master's degrees and even PhDs, sit quiet, baby journalists, and listen. Sit quiet. I say sit quiet and listen when we are talking, because we've gone to school and we have even suffered worse more than you. You want to compare your bravery with me? Do you want to compare your bravery? You've never been jailed. I was there jailed twice in Cameroon. One at the 3rd District Monaco Station, and this other one at the Gendarmerie du Lac in Yaoundé. I was jailed twice. The time you were spending selling newspapers to Musonge and the others, and Big Mancon in the market, at the Mancon open market, the time you were selling those papers, I was the consortium leader, risking my life on a wanted list to liberate people that you were instead encouraging by publishing their stories and selling to Musonge. That is exactly the kind of devil this kind of human being is. Devils. Then you come to teach people revolutions? How long have you been in this struggle? What do you know about, can you operate a gun? Can you operate a gun? The time I spent in Liberia fighting in Ebola, what have you done? What bravery can you show that I've never shown to my people? What bravery? I stood in the front line in Liberia fighting and holding Ebola patients with my bare hands because I love Africa and I want to liberate Africa from all kinds of disease or biological warfare or any kind of warfare. What were you at that time? What were you? Illiterate. This dull fool. What were you, baby journalist? We risked our lives. My works are online. You can see them. I was in Liberia fighting Ebola when everyone was fleeing. They were paying millions to people they could not even go. But yet I still went there to fight and rescue, and I saved Liberia from Ebola. You want to tell me about nonsense courage that you have? Yet you go and you spend your time with CPDM people in Maryland, going to greet your colleagues there, and you're claiming that you're protesting. You're not protesting. You were going to Maryland to greet your colleagues, your CPDM colleagues. You were not protesting. What have you done for this struggle? Only destruction, destroying everything you see. Everything you see destruction. What a criminal. Produce the $22,500, baby journalists. Everyone should go and ask baby journalists to produce $22,500. What money do you have? You keep saying you have donated $500, 500 this. You take money from my trip to Boya and turn around and give it? after taking $22,500, go and give back the money from my trip to Boya. The blood of innocent people will fall on your head. I'm telling you this, and I will say it. Question, tell baby journalist to give the money he stole from my trip to Boya. Question Sako to release the money. Our people are dying on the ground. You took $2 million. Our people do not have even 4 AK-47s. Mark Barata openly said it with his mouth that no local government or so-called county has even 4 AK-47. Mark Barata, who was championing my trip to Boya, he recently said it with his own mouth that we don't even have 4 AK-47s. Mark Barata of all people, after raising $2 million with $22,000 stolen by baby journalist. That is what Mark confessed on video, on audio. And we are here saying that people are dying on the ground. This is ridiculous. You will not cover up your lies by coming every day to speak. I will challenge you and I will come every day to speak and tell you the truth. You devil, you thief. You thief. Devils. The only thing I agree with Mark, I may not agree with him most of the time because I feel he is under blackmail by baby journalists. The baby journalists cannot blackmail me. And I'm telling him, Mark Barata, please stand on. I will support you and I will stand by you. What you have said as a strategy is perfect. Ayabacho Lucas and Akwanga will come together, but not Sako. Sako can only be as an advisor. His hands are not really clean. When people took money to raise arms and to buy arms, Sako was there taking his own money to give to scammers in Dubai, to give to scammers like baby journalists, to give to scammers and to buy houses for themselves. We shall not accept this kind of a thing. Ayabacho, Lucas, and Akwanga will not sit on the same table with Sako. If they are sitting, it is only because Sako has to advise. I'm not stopping them from sitting, but I'm saying Sako has to just be an advisor and watch the people who know the game play the match. We shall not entertain another scam in this revolution when lives have been lost. See the way they carry boys and put into trucks. You come and tell me trash. Do you know what is called self-defense? Do you know who started Vipers? Even when people were afraid, do you know who started Vipers? Do you know who started Vipers? That people even have craft out names for self-defense groups. Do you know who started the word Vipers? You know for yourself. Is it because I don't want to talk too much? In the days of the consortium, money that was given to us, you saw the activities we're doing on the ground. You saw all of them with your open eyes. Don't come and question if I was embezzled money. I will not tell you the activities, but you know deep in your mind that we couldn't have arrived at this stage if Ivo embezzled your money. You know deep in your mind. You know deep down. Baby journalist comes to tell me that, oh, I'm paying $500. You're paying us who? How much do you have in the US when you work odd jobs? You work four shifts. How much? I work my regular hours and I earn more than 6 figures. Maybe I should tell you this straight up and everyone watching. I earn more than 6 figures. I'm being paid at the level of a PhD. I'm not paid at the level of real masters. I'm being paid at the level of a PhD. Ask and they'll tell you. Some of you thought Ivo will never have a job. Ivo has one, and a very good one. And my work permit was out, and I got in my first job in the US, more than 6 figures, straight up. And the next one is even coming, and they're still fighting me. Google the salary of a data scientist. Google the salary of a data scientist in San Jose, and you see how much I'm being paid after tax. You come and tell me trash. Idiots. And I will insist, when Akwanga, Ebenezer, Ayaba, Cho Lucas, and the rest were calling for arms race, baby journalist was parading with newspapers in front of Musonge. In front of Musonge, of all people. When Ayaba Cho Lucas, who was in Dadi village, baby journalist was there parading with CPDM members, elites, and begging for gombo. The boy likes money too much. And that is a fact. You see it, the photos are there. You see it. How are we going to rescue this struggle from illiterates, from people who don't go to school, people who don't even have common sense? All they know is destructors to destroy the struggle. Mark and Tapang suffered. We held this struggle. I was even a federalist, but I was bringing all nationalists together. I brought Akwanga together. I begged my father, Akwanga, to come to Arizona. We held a meeting to rally, I was a federalist. Akwanga openly told me that, Ivo, I have never ever sat with any federalists in any room. This is my first time I'm breaking my rule. Ask Akwanga, he'll tell you. Because he believed in actions and not in words. He believed. Devils. And I will challenge everyone. In the next month, I will be raising funds across the United States. I'm bringing Akwanga, my father. I'm bringing Ayabacho Lucas, my father. I'm bringing these two people to unite them, and we shall liberate homeland. Quote me on this. I'm bringing these two people to unite them, and we shall liberate homeland. These two people. I don't care where you stand. You would insult them after they have liberated you. You shall not insult them when they are still liberating you. It will not happen over my dead body. And I will tell you again once more. The only success that baby journalist has in this struggle is that Eli Smith keeps parading his name because Eli Smith is federalist and you know where they're coming from. That is the only success he has. Who parades his name? Has he ever been placed on a wanted list? He's not a wanted man by La Republique because he's an agent. His works are clearly from an agent standpoint. Criminals, devils. You want Tapang to talk? You cannot fight me, let me tell you. Nobody, you cannot. Useless criminals. The same people have been accusing us that we are buying guns from Nigeria. Accusing us that we are buying guns from Nigeria. Where do you want to buy guns now that you are asking for money to be raised? Where do you really want to buy guns? Tell me. Give me a solution. Where do you think you want to buy guns? One stupid, another boy they called Prince J.K. with 73 teeth. He came and said, we are buying guns from La Republique. Of course we are buying guns from La Republique. We are buying guns from, we are trading with La Republique. Where do you think the guns come from? It is your right to take La Republique guns. It is your right because the money we spent as taxes that has never been given to us were used to buy guns that are being used to kill our women and children. Take those guns. They are your guns. Take those guns. They are yours. We have trading partners in La Republique to Cameroon. I know they're watching me. They're very sincere. We buy one bullet for $500, so 500 francs. One bullet, 500 francs. And we buy cash. And if you want to contact me after this, we keep buying. My number is there. Call me and we'll trade. You don't know how guns get into Ambazonia. If you don't master the route, meet us. Come to the ADF or go to Akwanga on the rest. In fact, right now, we will give you a strategy, and that strategy will come from the Unity Conference. Ayabacho Lucas and Akwanga will be meeting. We have to unite these two brothers. These are our two brothers separated by the atrocities of baby journalists. Very bad. People have built friendship over the years of more than 24 years. You come in 8 months to destroy that friendship. You must be an agent of destruction. Very bad human being. Never seen such a childish fellow. The only thing he has never done is to never to criticize Milan. Why have you never criticized Milan? You claim that we have a government. I want you to publish on your so-called CPDM paper that we are holding the government to account for my trip to Boya. Let them account because every citizen has a right to hold governments to account. Let them account for the $2 million my trip to Boya raised. $2 million. If you claim we have to hold people accountable, let us hold your government accountable as you call the government. Let us hold them accountable. You thief, criminal. I don't like when babies cry. Babies crying all the time, crying all the time. We have to give your feeding bottle, we'll seize your feeding bottle. Criminal. More than 100 deaths in 1 week. 100 deaths. Because you claim you have a local government. A local government where people just walk anyhow. La Republique does not necessarily have to wear uniforms anymore. Because you have already established a local government. So you don't know who is who. You don't know who is who. Everyone now can parade, go to the field and shoot our boys and kill. That is how the strategy you developed for the past 8 months have been killing all the youths. If you try something, it doesn't work, stop it. Be humble enough to stop it and listen to those who know. The worst thing in this struggle is that county by county, La Republique parades everywhere right now and shoots and kills because we cannot even identify ourselves anymore. We don't even know who is who. They don't wear uniforms anymore. They don't wear uniforms. They walk and they just kill anyhow. They don't wear uniforms. And that is how we are selling ourselves to La Republique because of empty heads. You see Akwanga, Ayaba, and the rest who have decades in self-defense, but you want to go to a stupid, dirty villager. A villager. Local villager. What are you? Don't you think you guys are corrupted by La Republique? Really? I'm very embarrassed to see Mark Barata even associating with that villager. See the deaths that have been recorded. We gave you 8 months. You sat 8 months and you could do nothing. You see the damages you've caused, but you want Tapang and the rest to come and solve your damages. You want Tapang and the rest to come and damage control. You're mad in the head. Do you have any knowledge of how AK-47s are being sold? Do you know how AK-47s go to the ground? Do you want me to tell you strategies? I will not tell you. If you don't master what we do, come to us and beg us to assist you. Don't impose on us because you cannot impose on us. You use money, swindle money and the rest and steal $22,500. Go and ask baby journalists to produce the $22,500 he stole from my trip to Boya. I got the information from Maryland. Go and ask him to produce $22,500. The blood of innocent civilians falling on his head. One local journalist who cannot even write simple English or speak simple English. And I will say it, AK-47 is not bread that you buy and share to people as sardine, as whatever, as to civilians. It is not bread that citizens will sit and buy and share. We are not in an elitist, as Mark will call it, elitist system. Give the money to those who master this art and let them do what we have to do. Citizens will not risk buying guns and shipping individually. It will be managed by a group, and that group will bring together Akwanga Ebenezer, Ayabacho Lucas, and maybe Sako as an advisor, because Sako's hands are not clean. And maybe Sako as an advisor, but mainly Akwanga and Ayaba, with any other key defense leader you want to add into the group. We are not limiting them only to Akwanga and Ayaba, but with any key person you want to add. We are bringing only self-defense experts who have a track record in self-defense. Criminals. You want to compare with Ayaba? I even hear you insulting Bo Herbert, insulting Akwanga. You have guts, this little child from the village. You have guts. This villager, baby journalist, you have guts to insult even Ayaba or Akwanga. Really? You don't have respect for your elders? Is that how your wife insults you? Man, stupid. I mean, like, I don't like when babies cry too much. Try that thing with me, you will see fire. I have said it. Of course, we have to show a case where civilians, let him show a case where civilians won a war by buying guns and sending individually to their communities. Let him show me one case. If he has done research or even read books that are even away from journalism, let him show me one case. It's not by talking on social media that you talk sense. It is by giving strategies that win. I can count at least 28 of my strategies that are being used today and that have worked. 28. Call me one of your strategies that works. One, apart from insult. One, apart from destruction. Of course, your strategy is destruction. Call me one of your strategies that works. I can count 28 of mine that works, including roadblocks till today, and even digging of the roads. And I have 221 I wrote. 221 I wrote back in February 2017. You want to come and compare with people who know exactly what they are doing because you feel the social media, you know, he's just excited because he has never seen social media and Facebook Live. You know, when you take a villager from Manu and you bring to Maryland straight up without passing through Yaoundé, they are always excited. Just hyper excited. When they see social media Live, they just want to come every day and talk nonsense and destroy. Villagers. Local villager. And I will insist, and I will still tell you, the very moment Ayabacho Lucas was in your neighboring Dadi village, you were selling newspapers to Musonge. Let me tell you that, and you should put that in your mind clear. When somebody was risking his life to travel to Dadi village and encourage and build this, you were selling newspapers to Musonge and begging Musonge for 50 francs, or 300 francs on newspapers, or 400 francs as the price may have risen. Criminal. And just to inform you, Ambazonians, I'm not here to tarnish anybody's image. I'm here to present the facts. Baby journalist has said clearly that RPGs bought by the ADF have never been used in any warfare. My trip to Boya raised money. The first showcase they showed to us was arms they have bought. What kind of arms? RPG, one RPG. They showed an RPG. Have they ever used that RPG on La Republique? No. But all they do is to criticize our ADF, to criticize us that we buy guns, we buy this, and we are the ones having the real guns. We are the ones having the guns. You are telling leaders to apologize. Apologize for what? Apologize for what? When IG is the one that killed Simoli, IG is the one, you are the one who championed the killing of Godfather. Godfather was